All right, guys. So down in my pasture here, we're doing an after work check right at dark here. What I got is like a main draw in our pasture, and then behind me there's this little draw goes up that's kind of brushy, and what I have is just coyote set right at the end of this draw here, just kind of using a little bit of mound. There's like a pocket gopher mound here that's been grassed over or whatever as my backer, and had coyote set right here. This was a flat set using Castor and Gusto as a lure, and got myself a raccoon here. It's been cold like all, so I'm surprised, when we got this fresh snow, so surprised we got ourselves a raccoon this late in the season, but looks like he's pretty well furred. I would say it's a young of a year raccoon. It's not the biggest raccoon in the world, but we'll get him dispatched and get him out of here. Wasn't really what I was hoping to catch in my coyote sets. Hoping to catch coyotes out of here, especially on our land here, out of our pasture, but I don't see no fresh coyotes sign today either. It's all been deer tracks, and they seem to be running all over the place. So like I said, we'll get this guy out of here. Like I said, it's getting close to dark here, and we'll get him out of here. We'll get the set remade, and we'll move on back to the house. All right, guys, sorry if I got a little bit of snow on the lens of my camera here. I'm still checking that same check. I had that raccoon. I'm down checking my otter set, so I'm down in the bottom of this creek, and I actually had a squirrel that was more than half ate in one of my 220s set for the otter. But then I get up here and I see that this trap here is gone. This was the trap I actually caught the otter in. And right down here, there's a bunch of tracks down on the ice down there. I don't know if you guys could see them, but they all look like mink tracks running back and forth. And I have a trap right under the bank right down in here. I'll move so you guys can. So my trap is right where my light is shining down in there, right in that hole. But that trap is still set, even though it looks like the mink may have went through it a couple times. But I can actually see right, I don't know, I hope you guys can see him down in there. Right down in there, sure looks like a big mink in my trap down there. We'll pull him up here. So like this stick here is one of the sticks I had just kind of stabilized in my trap. I'm just gonna set him in the snow over here. Grab my chain. I'm trying to do this one-handed so I can film for you guys. Oh, my other stick was still in the spring of my trap. That's why I couldn't get it pulled out of the hole here. And there we go. We got a big old mink. So it's the third mink caught this year. This one was caught in an otter set, but suitcase catch. Like right over here, there's tracks in the snow actually. So I'm wondering if he didn't come along and then try and jump down through my trap. I don't know if I'll be able to figure out which way he was going when he set it off, but it's a good sized mink. So I don't know if there's another one in here since there's all the sign here. And then like I said, this squirrel was like in the farthest trap way down around this way was where that squirrel was caught, and the mink had ate half of him. So I don't know, but we'll get that guy out of there. And I actually have a surprise for you guys up over here. Up over here, I actually got a coyote caught, and I got to figure out how I'm going to get up over there to him, but we'll get up over there and I'll show you him too. I'll turn you guys back on. All right, guys, so I got up on the bank on the other side here. Like I said, I could see the coyote up here. I had a ladder to get up the creek bank to get up here where I had some otter sets down there, but I picked all that up, so I had to kind of climb up there through the snow and everything to get over here, but it was worth it for this guy. Let's see if I can. Does that help you guys? Not really. So I got myself a coyote. What I have is just the edge of the trees. You can see the trees right up here when you see where my finger's pointing, and there's just this field edge here, comes around. This is kind of a dip in the field, and it kind of juts, you know, out right here. You know, it comes out and then it turns and it goes back around the corner over here. But yeah, coyote, I have it set so I can see it from across the ditch over there, but kind of looks like a pup. Doesn't look like he's terribly well furred, but with the snow, I couldn't really see his tracks here in the snow either. So, oh, here they are, I bet. So he come out here. There's all kinds of tracks all over in the snow out here. Comes from that way, probably the way it looked, and then comes right over here. So like I said, we'll get this little guy out of here. So this extra snow we just got, you know, a couple inches is all it is, 2 maybe 3 inches at the most. Enough got the animals up and moving, and bingo bango, we got ourselves a coyote and a raccoon and a mink and a squirrel, and just in this check. So like I said, well, nice looking coyote. He's got a bunch of burrs in his butt there and stuff, so, which I don't know that he got here, but anyway, we're not going to remake this set in the dark right now. We're just going to get him out of here. We'll take him back to the house, and glad to have him off of our property. Like I said, the deer with the snow and everything now need all the help they can get, so taking out one deer eater right here off of our land. That was the most important one trapping, so that's number 26 for the year for me. Alright, like I said, we're going to get this guy out of here. It's going to take me a bit to get him over across again over to where my side-by-side is, and got a little bit of work ahead of me. Alright guys, so we got everything taken care of, back to the house. Again, I didn't reset either one of the raccoon set or the coyote set, but I reset all the otter sets, so when I caught the squirrel and the mink ended. Well guys, I'm sad to say we're to the very last trap of the season here. I've been running just these handful of sets right on my land here, trying to catch the otter, which I got all those sets pulled. One of them squirted mud up in my face, all over my face, all over my glasses, on the inside of my glasses. Darn near got my eye, which I'm glad it didn't, but just soupy gooshy mud. When I went to pull the stake, it went, you know, I just squirted right out the hole. But we're to the last set. I got this little chunk of corn that they didn't work up this year on our land here, and I have a coyote set right in here somewhere. But this is exactly why I put my gray stakes out there, even though I forgot my little rope. I didn't bring my little rope with me. I figured I was gonna be able to find it. I like to see that it's still working. I don't see a trap set in here. But yeah, you know, so this is exactly why I use the stakes, because, you know, now that it's snowed, you know, before there's snow, it's like, oh, it could have been here, could have been here, could be here, could be by this corn stalk. You know, with no snow, you can walk right up, you know, right where your set is. Once it snows, it completely changes the game. And I only have like an inch and a half of snow right here, but it just levels everything off enough that you can't see it. And you could be, you know, looking way over there if you weren't exactly sure where you had it here. You know, like this set, I haven't caught anything the whole time it's been here. You know, so there's no catch circle, you know, because that will be a telltale sign, because all the grass will be knocked down in an arc, and it usually kind of levels off all of the corn stalks or debris. It'll level all that off. So if you didn't know exactly where this is, you could be starting way over there and have to work this whole edge to try and find it, and hopefully it'll go off. One thing I'm going to kind of use as a key to me is, it seems odd that stick right there is standing straight up and down. So if I had to bet, right there's my trap. And again, that a stick like that sticking up and down usually is a lure stick for me. And you can see that trap was working. If a coyote would have stepped on it, he'd have been caught. You know, because I just brushed over with my foot and it went off. So last set, kind of a mixed emotions on that. You know, you hate to give up on the season, but we're gonna get a big storm here in the next couple days that's gonna probably dump, they're talking 4 to 6 inches of snow, 40-mile-an-hour winds. So like a spot like this, it could drift over and be 2 foot deep, you know, in 2 days from now. So we're done. We're pulling the whole line. I had a darn successful season. You know, I had to check a couple days ago where I ended up with a coyote and a raccoon and a mink. You know, that kind of was just the cherry on top of the whole season, all caught right here on our land. So it's, you know, I did catch a lot of animals on our land, so it's nice to catch a few. That otter, I mean, was #1 on that list. But all right, this should be the last video of the on the line series, or actual catches on, you know, and trap checks. There will be barn photo hopefully coming up here, and then I'll do a lesson learned video at the end here, so stay tuned for those. But otherwise, I just want to say I appreciate you guys riding around with me this season again. You know, it's fun for me to show you guys what I'm doing on the line, the catches I'm making. Otherwise, it's just me riding around by myself. I don't have nobody to share them with, unless, you know, Dad is riding around with me or something. But you know, it's kind of fun to have video evidence of this stuff, so I can show you guys. You know, we all can kind of share in the fun of the trap checks. Stay tuned over the summer here. There's going to be a bunch of tutorial style videos, educational videos. If you guys have any ideas for those, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I'm always looking for ideas for that type of stuff too. Otherwise, we'll see you guys out on the line next year.